There's a battleship that few know about, one of the greatest warships ever to stir the sea, named after the territory that became a state in 1864 as America was mired in the Civil War, the battle-born state. And the name of this great ship? The USS Nevada. The Nevada was America's first super dreadnought. Her keel laid the same year Titanic sank, 1912. The lead ship in her class, her hull number was 36, the same as her namesake, Nevada being the 36th state admitted to the Union. The USS Nevada, BB-36, became the only ship in history whose hull number and state number were the same. True to her name, BB-36 was commissioned in 1916 as the First World War raged. Immediately entering World War I, the Nevada operated out of Bantry Bay, Ireland, until the war ended in 1918. Between the wars, the Nevada saw duty in the Atlantic and Pacific, traversing the Panama Canal more than any other ship in the fleet. The world began to take notice of the Nevada, a battleship capable of sailing from Hawaii to Japan and back without refueling. On December 7, 1941, the Nevada was moored just behind the USS Arizona. Raising her colors as the attack on Pearl Harbor began, she was the first ship fired upon, the first to return fire, the first to down an enemy aircraft, and the only one of 8 battleships to mobilize. Of the 15 Medals of Honor awarded for bravery at Pearl, 2 were conferred on Nevada crewmen, Donald Ross and posthumous recipient Edwin Hill. 15 Nevada crewmen were awarded the Navy Cross. Among them was Ensign Joseph Taussig Jr., who, despite being shot through the leg during the attack, refused to stand down from his anti-aircraft battery. Taussig's leg was amputated, and he returned to duty just 3 days later. Mobilizing at Pearl was not without its price. The Nevada became the prime target for attacking Japanese aircraft. Despite being struck by a torpedo, riddled with cannon fire, and directly hit by as many as 10 armor-piercing bombs, the Nevada got underway, rescuing Arizona survivors before making a run for the sea. But on fire and taking on water, the Nevada reluctantly obeyed an order to beach herself at Hospital Point as not to sink and block the channel. By the end of the attack, 60 Nevada crewmen had been killed, with well over 100 wounded. Though her run for the sea had been short-lived, the Nevada's valiant effort earned cheers from crews in other ships, ground forces, and even many of the wounded. The battleship Nevada had embodied the American spirit and resolve. An attacking force of 18 Japanese dive bombers proved incapable of sinking her. Refitted and repaired, the Nevada served throughout World War II with great distinction, fighting at the Aleutian Islands, Iwo Jima, and surviving a direct kamikaze strike that impacted her main deck, killing 11 Nevada crewmen and wounding 49. Still, she refused to sink. On June 6, 1944, the battleship Nevada made history yet again, serving as the flagship for the D-Day invasion and becoming the only U.S. ship present at both Pearl Harbor and Normandy. She maneuvered in so close to engage German shore batteries that it was feared that she would run aground and thus be easy prey for Nazi artillery. But BB-36 survived the day and the weeks to follow. The Nevada would see World War II to its conclusion, returning to the Pacific to ferry servicemen back to the U.S. After serving as part of the occupational fleet in Tokyo Bay, BB-36 was deemed too old to be part of the post-war fleet. After 3 decades of valiant service, the USS Nevada was decommissioned in October of 1946. But instead of being mothballed and left to rust in Puget Sound, the Nevada was slated for execution, painted convict orange, and made the epicenter target ship for atomic testing at Operation Crossroads in the Bikini Islands. Despite being subjected to 2 separate nuclear detonations, codenamed Able and Baker, the Nevada again defied her assassins and remained afloat, while other, much newer ships burst apart and sank. Perplexed by Nevada's stubbornness, Naval Command had the highly radioactive BB-36 fitted with a new era-scuttling charge and towed to deep water, 65 miles southwest of Oahu. But upon detonation, the Nevada again refused to sink. The Pacific admirals confounded. They ordered every cruiser, destroyer, and battleship in the area of operations to finally put the Nevada down. For 5 days and nights, the Nevada was subjected to a relentless barrage of fire, a maritime beating for the ages, but refused to sink, looking back at the ships who had fired at her for the majority of a week, as if to say, not even close. Finally, on July 31st, 1948, the battleship Nevada acquiesced to fate. With her 48-star American flag still waving on her fantail, a Grumman Avenger sailed an aerial torpedo into her side from point-blank range. BB-36 sank to her final resting place, 3 miles below the surface. Imagery taken shows the Nevada landed upright at the bottom of the Pacific, her flag tattered, yet still in place. Why, you may ask, must we remember this forgotten battleship commissioned 100 years ago? Because knowledge is the foundation of respect, and to remember is to honor. So please join me in remembering not only this battleship, but all who have answered the call of duty in the name of freedom, both then and now. This is John Galloway. Thank you.